Hey guys, welcome back to this week's comic book review episode. And before I get into the big two, starting with Marvel, this past Friday was mine and Amber's 1 year anniversary. And in turn, Amber got me a huge stack of Superman comics, some doubles, but I'm going to make use of those doubles, and the rest were good, which is why you should wait for me before you go get me Superman.
I will next time.
Because I have a lot. But I also, in exchange, got Amber a huge amount of comic books, among other things. But because I know she likes a certain series, I got her most of it. I missed one. That's my fault.
Still in my life. You're still in my life.
I only missed one, and I'm going to get it, so it doesn't matter.
Don't look at my comics yet, Mike. Don't look at my comics.
Because you dropped them.
Okay, you ready? You ready? Are you really ready? Runaways, number 1 and 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I'm gonna start doing
Yeah, please, just come on. Just speed it up.
5, 6, 7, 8. These were 2 of my faves. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Spider-Man one.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, another fave, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, fave, 26, 27, 28, this one's cool, 29, and 30. I like 30 as well. There are 30 out of volume number 2.
You forgot to mention you're missing
And I'm
number
missing
5.
number 5, which is why it's a blank sheet, you know.
Do I point it out?
No, number 5 is
It's invisible.
He isn't.
It's invisible. That's a word.
Moving
Don't judge. Shut up.
Now, since you
Good word.
had your fun, you can put this back. Moving into the main...
And no, I'm not going to take any of them out. Because it'll super glue them to the comic. It won't be able to get it out.
No. Moving into the big two, starting with Wolverine, number 6. Wolverine is still fighting his possession. Now he's in control of his mind, but now he has to fight the demon within his mind. And the X-Men are holding back, trying to give Wolverine that time, but of course Emma Frost says he's not winning. Emma Frost is a bitch. I don't understand why she's even on this cover. You can't see an X-Men comic without Emma Frost plastered on it nowadays.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you another comic in a second that has Emma Frost on it. It's ridiculous.
Who's that other guy?
What other guy?
With Cyclops and Magneto.
That's not more. The Aquaman of the Marvel Universe. Not more than Chris Mutant.
Alright, never heard of it.
Beside the point. Anyway, you can't talk about the X-Men anymore without Emma Frost being plastered somewhere. Even in Uncanny, where she's somewhere else right now. She's not even in the team right now. She's on her own little thing with Shadowcat and Phantom X, and she's still on the cover. You just made a comment about that cover too, the one where she's standing in that pose with the guns, trying to act like Spawn and all that shit. She ain't nothing but shit. Spawn wiped his ass with her hair. But anyway, that's beside the point. That's Emma Frost. Anyway. So in the very beginning you'd think they kill Wolverine, but it turns out that it's a danger room simulation, and it turns out by the end of this issue that seems to be what they're going to be doing to Wolverine. But they leave you off with Magneto standing in front of Wolverine, lifting him up with his adamantium. To be continued. I like it. I like the series. You see Wolverine's little conflict in his mind. The artwork is pretty good. I just don't know why Emma Frost is involved. Emma Frost does not belong anywhere near the X-Men.
They even got a good actress after the movies.
Emma Frost should be in the corner inside the dunce hat where nobody can see her.
Also, the advertisement for FF is coming. They're not going to be the Fantastic Four anymore. I keep forgetting what they're going to be calling themselves. Mike, I told you. Do you remember what I said?
Fantastic 3.
Foundation? Foundation? Future Foundation? I think it's going to be Future Foundation. But either way, somebody's going to be joining the team, but we'll discuss that in a minute. Staying in X-Men.
It's still going to be FF.
Actually, Jubilee makes an appearance here. But speaking of Jubilee, Wolverine and Jubilee 2 of 4 is out. Curse of the Mutant Aftermath. Jubilee and Wolverine is now taking the reins completely. And he's trying to push Jubilee to her limits. And to fight, like, he's trying a tough love thing. And it turns out pretty well, you know, she's off, they're fighting and everything. But in the end, in the very end, the woman who gave her the whatever she did in issue 1, where Jubilee woke up and didn't know where she was, shows up at the end of this issue, and it's to be continued. It's a nice mini. I love the artwork inside. The cover art, on the other hand, definitely could use work, at least with this issue.
Yeah.
But it's really good. And you get to see Jubilee back in her old costume for a little bit here. See, the internal artwork's a lot better. So you get to see Jubilee in her old costume.
At least Wolverine doesn't
that's the
look like
Jubilee
that.
I remember
You know,
right there.
the Avenger.
Except now she's a vampire.
Well, you don't have to worry about him. Wolverine having the look of having just stuck his finger in the socket.
Yeah.
Thank you, God. Please don't talk about the point one. Speaking of point ones, the only point one you should be picking up, the only one, and by far my favorite, the only good one, Amazing Spider-Man 654.1 has nothing to do with Spider-Man at all. It's all about the new Venom. It's all leading into the Venom ongoing and future of Spider-Man. There's one page I'd like to discuss. But before that, Flash Thompson goes on a mission as Venom. And of course, you know, this is Venom. Flash Thompson has something traumatic happen to him, and of course,
He
venoms out. And he starts, instead of saying I, he starts saying we. So I have a feeling that Flash Thompson's going to be the new Brock at some point. Eddie Brock, it's going to be the new Eddie Brock at some point. Anyway, you get coming in Amazing Spider-Man, a huge splash page. You get a splash page of Spider-Man with the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. You get a picture of the Anti-Venom dead. You get a picture of Spider-Man in space. You get a picture of Mary Jane on a wall with spider powers.
Wow.
You get Nora kissing the Goblin. You get a picture of Peter Parker saying, I can't believe you're, all this time you've been in the lab next to me. You get a picture of Spidey, Venom, and Black Cat versus the Sinister Six. And finally you get a picture of Doc Ock with his hand over the earth. It says, from big time to the end times, Amazing Spider-Man twice a month, twice the thrills. Here's the entire collage. And Spider-Man still doesn't have a spider sense. I am, yes, that's what I'm going to do now. And if you guys are wondering why, actually they show you the next 4 issues. Spidey is not only going to be part of the Avengers. Pretty soon, in another month, Spidey will be joining the Fantastic Four. In FF number 1, Spidey is going to be in it. Also, in another series, you see Spidey in his new white suit, as you just saw. I showed you guys there. So he'll be in the Avengers with his regular suit. He'll be in his comics with his regular suit, except when the Fantastic Four is around, I guess. And in the FF series, he'll be in his white suit. I don't know if he's going to be there in every single storyline or if he'll only be there in certain storylines. But I see Marvel is working off their Peter Parker's really a scientist and he's really, really smart. And they're kind of pushing that. That's why they put him in the Fantastic Four or the Foundation, the Fantastic Foundation or the Future Foundation or whatever the fuck. The FF. What?
Wasn't the reason Spider-Man was chosen because of the
Human Torch.
Yeah, the Human Torch.
I want to get into that when FF number 1 comes out, though. I don't want to get too into it. That was a preview. Guys, check out CBR.com for the preview Amber just talked about. Now, an all new beginning. Silver Surfer 1 of 5. I love the artwork here. Silver Surfer basically leaves Galactus in a star. No, in a star. He leaves him in a star to feed. And since he has a lot of time, because it takes Galactus a while to eat apparently, he comes back to Earth because he loves Earth. He says he used to be a hero. He talks about his costume and having the powers of the cosmos. And then from the preview book I had, that part takes over where he saves this woman, but she gets shot and he uses his galactic or his powers to save the girl. But then this other guy shows up, who's on the cover actually.
Silver Surfer?
No, not Silver Surfer, this guy. Wydam. I don't know who he is. I'm not really keen on the whole
Is he the same size as Galactus?
Cosmic universe kind of Marvel. What?
I said, is he the same size as Galactus? I know it's a
No, he's
stupid
not the
question,
same
but I
size.
never seen him
I'll show
before
you
either.
this side.
Okay.
Well, yeah, he kind of is really, but
No,
not as big
Galactus-
as Galactus, but still pretty.
He's pretty large. And then in the end, at least of this issue, Silver Surfer's costume starts to melt off of him. To be continued. Now, I was going to mention this with Spider-Man, but I wanted to review this book first. I think it's great. Check out this mini. I love the cosmic. There's actually another cosmic series coming out called Annihilators next month, the beginning of next month, with Silver Surfer and a few other cosmic beings. I might check that out. I might. It depends what's coming out in the months to come and stuff like that. I actually saw the previews for May. May looks like a pretty big month for both companies, not just one. Because Fear itself is starting up and a few other really sweet things. But anyway,
What happens in March?
check this out. March and April is just continuing along what's going on here. The War of the Green Lanterns is starting up. Fear itself is the next Marvel big event, and that starts in May. So I would, sorry, a little phlegm. I would absolutely say check this series out. It's really good. I enjoy it. The artwork's great. By the 4th issue, or the 3rd issue, the Fantastic Four, along with Spider-Man, are gonna, or the FF, is gonna show up, and they're on the cover, and Spidey's in his white suit.
Doesn't
Okay.
the white suit have red in it though?
No,
Yes.
white and black.
It was white and red. And one
Black is
Black.
one suit battle.
There's white and
Okay.
red.
I'll show you the pictures later again, honey. Justice League of America, we're moving into DC Comics now, number 54. Eclipso is back, and he's taking over a lot of people in this issue. It's mainly on Eclipso. This story talks about, in the very first 2 pages, the evolution of the Justice League of America, and then it goes right to Eclipso. Eclipso takes over Bruce something's body. I can't remember his last name. See, I remember his first name, can't remember his last name now. Bruce...
Willis?
No.
Aw.
Gordon. Bruce Gordon. He takes over his body and he goes around possessing other people, and in the very end of this issue, that's basically the whole issue, by the way. Bless you, it's true. In the very end of the issue, he goes after Jade. He wants Jade. He wants to possess Jade from the Justice League of America. And it actually says in the next issue, Boudica, Doomsday, and a few other people are going to be showing up for the next issue. I'm looking forward to that. There's probably going to be like a little break from Eclipso. Maybe not. Maybe it's a little side story with Eclipso, but looks really good. But Superman made one cameo in here, and that was about it.
This
So.
comic used to be really awesome.
Used to be.
Justice League.
Hopefully it'll get better again. Okay, DC Universe Online Legends number 2. We jump from present to past again. In the present, Brainiac attacks Metropolis, and he takes, and now finally Superman shows up, finally, and the Justice League of America is also around. And Brainiac basically uses his shield, and he captures a bunch of people from Metropolis, and he takes them away, and one of the people happens to be Lois, and Superman tries to save her, and of course it fails because Brainiac takes them away. And even Lex Luthor says, "You harm Lois Lane, our partnership is done." And Brainiac says, "Do you really think you can stand up to me?" And Lex says, "Don't test me." And then it goes back to the future again, where in the end Brainiac did win, and Lex Luthor is basically... I love the scene with Superman. Okay, now that Superman's more involved, I might actually continue the... I'm going to continue the series for a bit longer. It's $2.99. It's really good. Love saying that. $2.99 again. Ramon from Pete's Basement, which you guys should be watching, by the way. Love saying $2.99. The artwork is astounding. I'm trying to find a picture of Superman. There we go.
It's only $2.99.
Really good. I like it. I would say check it out because DC Universe Online was an epic fail as far as the video game, computer game market, as far as what Joe tells me. I don't have a computer. So I don't have a computer. I don't do computer games. I just said I don't have a computer. I have a computer. I don't do online video games, and I don't have a PS3. That's what I don't have.
I just heard from a lot of people that it was really disappointing, and
so.
not worth
Okay, speaking of disappointing, Brightest Day number 20. I'll sum it up for you in 2 words. Aquaman and the new Aqualad, along with the new Aquagirl, beat Black Manta. Yeah, there's a new Aquagirl now. And they beat Black Manta and the other Atlanteans, and
I'm sorry, I didn't even know there was an Aqua Girl.
and Jackson locks them away in the Bermuda Triangle, and then Aquaman's mission is complete, and then of course the White Ring does to him what it did to with Hawkman and Hawkgirl. It annihilates him and he's gone, to be continued.
Hang on, wait. They brought all these people back with the
And they're
White
taking
Ring.
them out
Only
one at a time.
No, hold on.
That's stupid.
They come back with the White Rings and now the White Ring is destroying them?
Yep. So far, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, and Aquaman are gone. Next Mars attacks. If they kill John Jones again, I'm going to be pissed. John Jones deserves to stay alive, at least. Out of all of them, I like John Jones.
Okay, how many people were brought back with the
12.
White
Are they gonna bring him back again? Stick home?
Ring? Okay, Superman wasn't one of them?
No, he wasn't one of them. None of the super family was any of them.
Oh right, wrong universe.
Mhm.
Okay, can you tell me who was in it? Like
I can't. Firestorm, the two Hawks, Aquaman, Max. Oh god, I forgot his last name. He was the checkmate. Zoom, he's still alive. He's gonna live because he's gonna be in Flashpoint. He's in Titans. I can't remember his name either. Osiris and John Jones. And a few other people. I can't remember everybody off the top of my head. I need the picture in front of me.
Okay.
But yeah, a good amount of people that a few of them are already existing without. Oh, and Hawk's back also. Hawk, he's in the Birds of Prey. Dead Man.
Okay. That's all I need to know. No one that I actually can.
Nobody we care about other than
Hawk.
Aquaman, John Jones, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, and
Hawk.
and Dead Man.
And Hawk. 'Cause you
No,
already said
Hawk I don't care about. I don't
Go ahead.
care about him. Moving along, Brightest Day, Green Lantern Corps, number 57, the last tie-in to Brightest Day is here. Okay, so Sinestro versus the Weaponer. The Green Lanterns are trying to stop the Yellow Lanterns. The ending of this book kind of was a surprise, but it kind of wasn't that good of a surprise. It turns out the Weaponer and his people are fighting the Sinestro Corps. Everybody's cheering for the Weaponer finally, and then Sinestro says, you know, you tried to take my my daughter. You tried to hurt me. You tried to do this. I'm going to offer you something, and he offers him the Yellow Lantern ring. And in the end, the Weaponer becomes part of the Yellow Lantern Corps. He's part of the Sinestro Corps now, and Sinestro basically leaves. And Firestorm is there for a bit, and he helps out the Green Lanterns. But in the end, it all is going to lead into the War of the Green Lanterns, which you have a preview in every single DC Comics this week of the first few pages of the Green Lantern number
Who's the blue
63. The blue dude? That's Krona. These are the Guardians, that's Krona. You know what I find interesting, though? The Guardians are wearing White Lantern robes. Interesting. The Lantern... This is going to be very interesting. But anyway...
What are
yeah,
the guys in red?
the guys in red are the Manhunters. They were the Green Lanterns before the Green Lanterns
No, they're
actually
red
happened.
lanterns.
No, they're not red. The Guardians made them to police the universe, and they were an epic fail, and
They
they
look
killed
like they
a lot
were
of
in red
people.
lantern suits. That's why I said that.
It was all right. This issue was good. Artwork was good. You could kind of see the Weaponer. You could see a lot of things coming in this issue and in the next issue. I saw that Sinestro was going to try to get the Weaponer to join him because he wasn't going to kill the Weaponer. If the Weaponer killed his daughter, of course, he even admitted. He said, "I ground this planet into dust if he would have killed you or hurt you or anything." But since he didn't, he asked him to join the Corps. So, Green Lantern 62. The cover says it all. Hal Jordan goes against Krona and epically loses. Epically. He says, "We're the good guys, we always win." No, didn't happen. Not this time. So, in the end, he's left with a choice. He's knocked out by Krona. You're pulling the table down.
I was trying to see.
Oh, there. So he's left with a choice at the end of this issue. He has to stop Krona, and he's actually wakes up. He gets knocked out by Krona, and he wakes up in Justice League Tower, and he's with Barry, Bruce, Flash, Batman, and Superman, and they're like, "Let's round up the troops, and we'll help you. You don't need the Lanterns." And then the other Lanterns show up, and it's like basically Hal Jordan has to make a choice to go with the Lanterns or to go with the people that he's fought alongside for who he's fought alongside for years. And in the end, he chooses the Lanterns, putting him into even deeper doo-doo. And Batman actually says it's oh my god, he said it was what's the word I'm looking for? Typical. See, Superman's like, "Don't turn your back when a friend offers help," and then Flash says, "You don't have to handle this alone," and then the Indigo 1 says he's not alone, and then he goes and he leaves them standing there. I like the picture. He leaves them all kind of alone. So he basically turns his back on the people he's fought next to his entire life to fight alongside the other Lantern Corps, half of which he can't even trust. This all leads into the War of the Green Lanterns. hopefully the last big event for Green Lantern, because they're kind of, this whole thing, it's like Blackest Night, Brightest Day, now War of the Green Lanterns. It's all connected. They need to stop the connection after War of the Green Lanterns and really just chill it out a little bit. Because everything is interlocking with one another, and it's just,
you gotta buy.
It's gonna die at some point, and then what's gonna be worse is it's just gonna kill the Green Lantern series if they keep tying everything together. They need to take a break now and go into a different story, a completely different story, a different direction. You can't go, because if you didn't know what happened in Blackest Night, you're not gonna know what's going on here, and if you don't know what's going on here, you're not gonna know what's gonna happen in the War of the Green Lanterns. You need all three series to know what's going on here. So if you haven't read Blackest Night or Brightest Day, well, not really Brightest Day, if you haven't read Blackest Night and Guardians, that's what this series in Green Lantern is, you're gonna be lost. You're gonna be pretty lost.
Let's see, I like this cover.
But I love this cover. This cover was awesome.
Remember this cover here?
Supergirl.
It's like retro, the cover.
You're gonna wait.
It's a cool
Supergirl
cover.
number 61. Here, Supergirl and Robin actually meet again. And it turns out Supergirl finds out about the app finally. And it turns out that this guy, well, what's his name? I said in the last issue. Alex, he has this ability to erase people's minds. He has like this pink glow to him or something like that. And he erases his friend's minds of his existence. And it turns out that he's a lot of stuff going on. Supergirl ends up beating the supervillains, but she says it was kind of easy, and she wonders how that is. And then it turns out something bad's happening out there, that's for sure. Not my jurisdiction. Then she has a little talk with Lois Lane. I love this line right here. Since I broke that story on phone traffic fraud last year, I seem to be able to get free upgrades anytime I want on my phone. Because she gives Kara this new phone that looks just like an Apple iPhone. Amazing! Is it just me, or comic books advertising lately for these iPods touch the Apple phones and everything like that? So anyway, Supergirl finds out that the next target is Robin, and she shows up to try to help Robin, and she does. And then it turns out that the supervillains that are showing up aren't really supervillains. They're robots. To be continued. Okay, so we now know that this guy is sending robots out after the superheroes. He has a ton of robots. And I'm guessing Supergirl and Robin are going to be teaming up for the rest of this series, trying to figure out what this guy Alex is doing, get him, stop him, etc. I like the series. I love the artwork. I hate Robin still. I don't like Damian Wayne. You can't get me to like
Robin.
Damian Wayne is an
Damian
asshole.
Wayne Robin.
I love Tim Drake. I love Dick Grayson. I can't stand the dude Robin. He's an arrogant. You just want
Why
to
don't
slap
you
him.
tell me when you get
Robin.
Supergirl so I can read it before you review it? No, I'm not going to read it now. You just
Okay.
ruined it. That's why I said, why
Booster
don't you tell
Gold
me?
41, because I tried to before and you weren't
No, you
looking.
didn't.
Booster Gold 41. In this issue, Booster Gold is fighting one of his old nemesises that I cannot pronounce his name, so forget it. He has a big green face and he's a resurrected Nazi guy or whatever. And he ends up beating him, but then Rip says, you know, you really have to turn yourself in, you know, you show the world, I'm sure if you show that the evidence that you're really a hero, they're gonna release you. They're gonna let you go, and or they're gonna lower the sentence. And I thought it was funny when the judge actually says, okay, I want to read it out loud because it was hilarious. Michael John Carter, aka Booster Gold, you have been tried and convicted by this court and are hereby sentenced to 5 years in maximum security prison. And then Rip says, hey, it could have been, it was going to be 20, but since you said all that superhero stuff, we got it cut down to 5. And in the end, he's in the maximum security prison, and a new villain, I believe, is going to be, or an older villain that I have no idea who he is put in the cell with him. So it turns out that Booster Gold's locked up now for 5 years, but that, you know, that's going to last all of about what, one more issue, and then they're going to release him, and he'll be going back to the, because there's something going on with Booster Gold very soon, actually. So he isn't going to stay locked up. Love it. The storyline's really good, and also I noticed something that nobody actually mentioned. You know, Dan Jurgens may not be doing the artwork anymore or anything like that, but it says right here, Dan Jurgens presents. So Dan Jurgens, I guess, actually brought back Booster Gold, as far as what I'm seeing. So Dan Jurgens is still somehow connected with the Booster Gold series. Really good, highly recommend it. Finally, this week, Superman Batman 81. I don't know what Batman the Dark Knight is. I hope I didn't miss it. I gotta go look that up tonight and check to make sure I haven't missed issue 2. But in this issue, Superman, it's all about magic. All about magic. And in this issue, Superman gets called over by the I can't remember what they call themselves. The Shadow Pack. The Shadow Pack. I don't remember what the hell they're called. But anyway, he gets pulled into this universe, and then Batman from the future, or a parallel future, comes off and steals Superman away because in his universe the Superman died, and he's like, this is your reality, this is your future. So the world needs Superman to save it, and basically this is the future they're talking about. And the artwork is beautiful though. I want to show a good picture of Superman. This is Batman. Really, this is a Superman heavy. In the present, Batman finds out that the Shadow Pack, that Superman was kidnapped. We jump from the present to the somewhat future, and in the present, Detective, I forgot what his name is, Detective Ape or Detective Chimp, or oh yeah, Detective Chimp shows up, and he's the one that says, Phantom Stranger called your friend here, and your friend was abducted, and he's like, by who? And he says, funny you should ask, Bats, because as near as we can tell, you did it. And then it jumps into the future. I love the artwork. The storyline has a lot of promise, so I'm guessing the Batman from the past is now going to try to jump into the future, and Superman's going to try to save the future. Great story. I'm looking forward to the next part. And with that, we're done with this week, and apologies for the sirens in the background, apologies for her getting her comic book stuff. Something went on, something's going on.
No, the lights were going off in the window over there.
Hmm.
No, I mean like fire truck and police and everything like that.
I don't know, probably an emergency.
It's gone now.
Alright guys, so let's get through this week. Let's go through it real fast. Superman Batman 81, amazing. Absolutely check it out. Booster Gold 41 is still amazing, and I just found out that Dan Jurgens is still a part of it. Supergirl number 61, really good. Enjoying the story. Robin's in it now. I hate Damian Wayne. You can't get me to like him unless you really change his character or his personality. Green Lantern 62. The ending was so predictable, and after this War of the Green Lanterns, I hope they chill it out. Same thing with Green Lantern Corp 57. I hope after the War of the Green Lanterns, Green Lantern Corp goes in its own direction again. Brightest Day 20 was also predictable because you knew that Aquaman was going to be zapped away by the White Lantern Ring. We'll see what's going to happen at the end of this series. DC Universe Online Legends 2 was pretty good. Check it out if you guys are interested. The game, as far as I hear, was terrible. Justice League of America 54, pretty okay. I can't recommend Justice League of America just yet because right now nothing really big happens, so keep an ear out for future reviews. Marvel, All New Beginnings, Silver Surfer number 1 was really good. The artwork was great. Check it out. Amazing Spider-Man 654.1. The only .1 you should get is this issue. It was amazing. It was awesome. Looking forward to the future in Spider-Man and Venom. Wolverine and Jubilee 204, pretty good. It kind of had its boring moments, but really good. Wolverine number 6, great. I wish they'd get rid of Emma Frost, though, and all the X-Men books. Vampirella number 3.
Very good.
Very good as far as she says. Soldier Zero still producing amazingly. Issue 5, really good. Awesome. Infestation Transformers number 2 of 2. Infestation's awesome. Infestation Sketchbook, if you can get this. It's pretty cheap on Midtown, really great. Check it out. And finally, Darkwing Duck number 9. Absolutely check. If you like your old cartoons, check out Darkwing. Getting really quickly into these 3 books. Hercules, like I said, if you're going to get any books from Radical Publishing, Hercules, Aladdin, then you go into FVZA, Legends, Time Bomb was good. You got, forget it. I can list almost every single series that's amazing. Haunt, volumes 2 and 1, check it out. Haunt is a really good series, and Amber with her Runaways
1 through 30, even though I don't have 5. Keep an ear out. I'll be able to tell you more later. But
okay.
So far, what I've read is good.
Okay.
The 4 Lady Deaths is very good, so keep an ear out for that. That's very good.
See you guys. I'll see you guys next weekend for another Dark Avengers comic book review. Later,
Bye, guys.
See ya.